Hi, I'm Simon.
I'm Vicky.
And you're watching rockflesh.com.
And here we are, Sunday afternoon here at Bloodstock, and I've got Vicky and I've got Simon.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing very, very well. So we spoke on the Saturday,
Yes.
a year ago. They had just announced Architects.
Yes.
You were absolutely cocksure that it was a really, really good idea. Jesus, you were right.
It was amazing, wasn't it?
It was stunning.
And you know, honestly, I know that the band were probably a little bit intimidated themselves. They wouldn't mind me saying that. They absolutely nailed it. The production, the show, the fan reaction, it couldn't have got better.
So as a booker, there must be just this feeling of, when it goes that right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. The thing is, we're not adverse to taking risks.
No.
Partway Drive may have been seen as a risk, but there again, so was Behemoth when we put them on the first time as headliners.
Absolutely.
Everybody was saying they're not big enough, they're never. They did the Christians to Lions show, and it was incredible.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're not adverse to taking a risk, and
I think we're confident enough as well that when we book an act, we are confident that we're booking it in the right position, that it's the right band.
Yeah.
I've never ever sort of turned around to Simon, and he's never turned around to me and said, do you think this is a terrible idea? Genuinely. We you know.
the thing is as well, people tend to forget there's a lot of research goes into it.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact of the matter is, even if we both liked band X who played at the Dog and Duck and brought 30 people in, we're still not going to put them on as headliners.
No.
You know?
Or are we?
Shall we?
Shall we give it a go? I mean, it would be
Here
cheaper.
first.
Yeah, I mean,
Next
at the end
is
of the day, we do put a lot. There's a lot of soul searching in it, because there's also personal taste as well.
Yes.
Sometimes that comes into play, and you've got to go, well, look, okay, it might be personal taste, but is it right for the fest?
Yes.
And is that billing right, etc., etc. That's why we bounce off each other in many
And I
regards.
think that's the good thing, you know, my taste is different to Simon's, but it also, I can see, and he can see where I'm coming from, I can see where he's coming from, so we work well on that side of it.
And I want to ask loads of questions about 2025, but I'll do that in a bit, because I want to talk about this year and how it's gone, and where the gods have really been kind for us as well. It's and also all the Lemmy stuff as well. How's that all gone?
Unbelievable. I mean, it's still a whirlwind because it's all just happened. It's very overwhelming for everybody that's here. Simon will vouch for that. We've all been in tears numerous times over the weekend. It's I don't think any of it's sunk in, because we've had Phil here, we've had the presentation, seeing the bust. We hadn't seen it. I hadn't seen it until Thursday. Simon only saw it.
I kind of refused to take a look before the actual ceremony. I'm a massive Motörhead fan. I was there from day one, I think something's really struck me, which is probably why I couldn't actually sign the whole piece off, because I couldn't speak, is when Phil turned around and said, think of Motörhead in the present tense, not in the past tense. When he said that, that just cut me in half, because he's so right. Motörhead are forever, as is Lemmy, so I'm just so proud that Bloodstock can be part of this,
Yeah.
Well, it's built into our culture. It is. It's one of those things that is just part of, even that classic lineup, they're all now gone. Yeah, and in some ways, that's quite beautiful, because it can never be replicated. It's there, it's something in the past, it's in this wonderful sealed thing.
It's like Phil said, with Motörhead living on forever. Every band, guaranteed, we have at the festival, or will have at the festival, will have loved Lem, loved Motörhead, been inspired by them in some way, shape or form.
I think the thing is as well, is there was a huge purity about Motörhead, because I saw them countless times, and don't get me wrong, they weren't always brilliant. They were always brilliant, but they weren't always brilliant. They were rock and roll, and but they lived it in such a style that you couldn't help but admire it. Long may they reign.
They played rock and roll. I think that was what's so. This music is best when it is minimalistic, it's simple, it's three guys.
The thing is with a three-piece band, some of the best bands in the world were three-piece. And the reason being, there's nowhere to hide. You look at Rush, you look at Budgie, you look at Motörhead. You haven't got backing tracks. You haven't got, you've got the best bands in the world playing the best music.
And everything's stripped back.
Yeah.
So the bust is there. What happens to it tomorrow?
So there's a procession of, at the moment, we've got nearly 50 Harley Davidsons.
Excellent.
That will escort the bus in the Bloodstock truck to Rock City. There's a ceremony and a presentation, which will be about 3:30 tomorrow at Rock City. Anybody's welcome to go to that. And then it will live within Rock City. They built in the main entrance a sort of encased shrine for the bust, so it's visible all year round. And then when Bloodstock comes back next year, it will come back to the festival and it will go back into the gallery.
And I was about to say, when do you get it back? Is it a bit like sort of being handed the Champions League trophy? Do you get it back?
Well, absolutely, yeah. We'll get it back on the Wednesday, Thursday of next year, and it will again go back to Rock City on Monday.
And the bomber, which has been an absolute...
Oh, wow.
So I've been here like a week before the festival starts because I'm part of the production, so we get here early, and I was talking to two ladies that were part of the original Motörhead lighting design, and oh man, the stories they were telling me, literally as they're rising the bomber for the last time. All three of us just stood there like...
She was the chief rigger, wasn't she?
Yeah.
For a number of years.
Oh, some of the stories she had about Lem are just stunning.
It is one of anyone in rock and roll has got a story about Lemmy. It's one of those things like sort of... I was on holiday in Greece and the guy took me out mountain biking. He went, I used to basically roadie for Lemmy, and just told me the story. So everyone's got a story. It is, I love the way it is now entrenched with the festival.
That's right.
And it always will be. It's at the heart of the festival. We all love Lem, the festival loves Lem, the public love Lem, and I'm so pleased we've been able to do that. And I'm so pleased that Motörhead management wanted this to be a Bloodstock.
I think the great thing about Bloodstock is also there is so much else going on apart from the bands. You've got the gallery, you've got this. One question I really want to ask is, yet you still manage to keep ticket prices really reasonable. How?
It's something that we've always, yes, we have to increase tickets. It goes with the territory. We've always kept them in a certain remit because we understand cost of living. This is why we brought in things like flexible payments, because we know that festivals and gigs are expensive or can be expensive, you've got everything else that goes with it. We're not in here to just put a massive ticket price on. You've got to get that value for money. And we're potentially looking at the extra day being a permanent fixture because people really enjoy coming in that extra
really
day.
well.
It's worked brilliantly.
Definitely. Thursday had a really different vibe because of it.
Yes.
So because people were ready for a band.
They were on
Yes.
the toes.
Yeah, they were. They were.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
Usually the Thursday is hi, I haven't seen you for ages. Let's sit down, have a beer.
Yes.
Thursday this year was on its toes.
No, definitely, very much to that. And that's the other thing. This is the busiest I've ever seen it. Like I spoke to you last time, I've been going for the last 15 years. I've been here. I'm a permanent fixture. My God, it's busy today. Well, this year's been really busy.
We found out yesterday late on that the weekend tickets are sold out. Saturday tickets are sold out. It's one of the busiest Saturdays we've ever had. So this is officially, from a festival point of view, it's the most attended Bloodstock, which is fantastic. You hope, obviously, year on year. I hope we're in a position, I said this to Simon yesterday, I've said it numerous times, that we sell out in advance rather than so close to the festival.
Be a little less stressful.
Wouldn't it just?
What is your, without divulging anything, what's your margin? How much of a margin is there between, oh fuck, we need to mortgage the house, to basically, well, hey.
We're in a very lucky position. We're not in that position anymore where we have to stress. We've not been in that position for a while, which is great. But we don't take people's attending the festival as a given. Every year we know we've got to bring in the bands, bring in the activity, make sure that your money, because it could be spent at any other event or anywhere else, is because you love the festival, and what you're getting from that is valuable.
I think what a lot of people don't realise is sort of backstage when it comes to logistics, production, infrastructure, if you like, a lot of those prices are incrementally going up. We get it. However, there's so much work backstage, working with continual partners, so we'll do sort of agreements for 3 years, 4 years, and try and keep the prices at best we can. So that's one of the ways to get around it.
Absolutely, and we're all hands on deck with that. Adam works tirelessly making sure that he's going out to suppliers to get the costings down.
And I think the fact that ticket prices, the present moment you can buy them for this year's prices for next year, the fact that being in theory is £100 more, yet the same size. And it's just the fact that you still manage to do the value for money. It's really appreciated.
Yeah, and you know what? We'll do it for as absolute long as we can. Our job is to make sure that the festival is affordable. As soon as we come out of an affordable bracket, it's a different animal. This is why people always say to me, it's not going to get to 40,000 people. It's not, because it would lose what Bloodstock's about.
No, and that was sort of my next question. I know we talked about it last time, but it has. This year's been felt full. It's been felt nicely full, but it's felt full. This is it, I presume. There's no more tinkering you're going to do.
I mean, no. The site layout potentially could change marginally. Ideally, I would like the festival to get to no more than 25,000. We're at 20,000 now. We may one day look at increasing the size of the main stage and things like that. But you would never come to the festival and experience a completely different Bloodstock. It's always going to feel and be like this.
So let's talk 2025. You announced 19 bands. Yeah. Was there a feeling, because Wacken announced beforehand as people started playing festival maths, they go, was there a little bit of yes.
We noticed.
Was there a feeling a little bit of bastards?
No, I kind of knew that was going to happen.
I instantly, when I saw the Wacken announcement, I was so like, oh god, because instantly the fans go, well, it's got to be them then. And there were right and wrong, obviously, because yes, they were right in some instances, they were wrong in others. But yeah, it is what it is.
Well, Papa Roach are the one that people were thinking, will they, won't they? Will they, won't they? Were you tempted?
No, I wasn't. You?
No,
really.
No, not really.
No. Excellent. No, and the announcement, Gojira, at the present moment, are probably the most famous metal band in the entire world.
Right now, yes. Absolutely, yes.
1 billion views. Wow. Couldn't be better timed, really.
My Facebook FaceTime was just pinging people going, your band's on telly, your band's on telly.
Yes, it was amazing. And I have to say, the Olympics have done us proud, really.
Thank you to the IOC.
Thank you to the Olympics.
So, 19 is the most you've ever announced in one big thing.
It's the first time we've announced all the headliners for the top 2 stages as well. So, it's a great lineup. It's heavy in regards to the headliners, but we brought in Fire Swans from Germany. Never played the UK before, but then you go to mainland Germany and they're huge. So
one of the questions I was going to ask, there are a lot of bands you bring in who probably here play clubs, but in Germany they play arenas and stuff. Does that make it quite difficult when negotiating fees?
Yes. Absolutely. You try telling a band that can do X in Germany, that they can't do that over here.
But they can't sell out the Dog and Duck in England. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it can be a little bit of a challenge.
It doesn't mean, it is a challenge because you're dealing with agents that have a figure. But the fact of the matter is we also have a figure. And it's far less.
And you know what, a lot of the time though, they get it. A lot of the time they do get it. We come across sometimes and then we both agree, if they don't we go our separate ways. But they do understand that they want to break into a UK market, and to do that, they're not going to get what they're getting in Germany or wherever else.
But don't get me wrong, there are some people that we have to politely lock horns with, but that's business. That's a business.
And you've got basically Trivium on the Friday, who haven't been about 10 years, I think it was, something over here.
2015 when that's happened.
And they've got Emperor as special guests. Are we expecting something?
Well, this is what I did. I suggested that to Vicky. Let's put Emperor under there and let's go talk.
Yeah, exactly.
Go talk. You know what?
Because Ishan and Matt have not done anything.
No.
So let's go talk.
Yeah.
And I text Matt to say, we've got Emperor underneath you, because he didn't know at that point who was the special guest. And he was like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
So I am fully, as
I do hope so. I do hope so. That's great.
Happen.
Excellent. You heard it here first. Something may happen.
Yes.
May. And so I presume then there are 2 special guest slots still to come.
Yep.
Yes, we're working incredibly hard. We've got some fantastic options given to us at the moment. So we'll hope to have news soon enough.
Yeah, I think the thing is as well, it's like, because we've got differing tastes, if you like, myself and Vicky, but the fact is we're both very aware of balance. So if you've got an extreme band over there, let's balance it with the Fire Swans. If you've got a metal girl, let's balance it with something. And I think that's been working for the last 3 or 4 years now.
Yeah, it has.
I think it's more so than before, definitely.
And also Simon, you had Beholder before, which were fantastic. Do you?
Yeah, Beholder, by the way, one of our t-shirts was in the t-shirt amnesty. I was gutted. I was gutted.
There is a brilliant photo, which is now his screensaver, of Simon's face when he found the Beholder.
I was absolutely. So what I did was sign it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So if you go, you're going to get a bargain. So get into that.
25 pence worth.
So but having been basically the poacher, now being the gamekeeper, do you feel you've got a different
Good
perspective?
way of looking at it.
Yeah.
I guess the thing is, I have probably more respect for bands touring now than I ever have, because it's bloody hard. It really is hard, you know, with all the extra things that have been involved with Brexit and stuff like that. It's not easy, but we're always here to help. And yes, I am. You know, gamekeeper, poacher, whatever. I get it, but the fact is, I think bands appreciate that as well. Because you know, I've got their backs as well. We both have. We've both got bands' backs. We'd like to elevate bands as much as we want to put bums on seats. You know, like bands like, I mean, look at it, Parkway Drive. We first headline. Architects last night. That was the first UK headline at a festival.
And they will headline download. Absolutely, they will headline download.
I said that to Sam. I went straight into him after the show, and he was blown away. And I said, you download headliners. Without a shadow of a doubt. British band headlining the biggest British metal festival last night. They're definitely download names.
Well, you've sort of started becoming almost a stepping ladder at Ghost as well. You know,
we're a feeder festival.
Feeder festival, definitely.
We are a feeder festival.
Oh, definitely. No, Ghost was just,
you know, Behemoth, when they did Christians Alliance, the fact is we were told online, don't do it, too small, never be big enough. Look at them now.
It's absolutely insane. But we'll always do that. That's exactly what Bloodstock's about.
It's all about taking that bit of a risk.
Brilliant. And that's a lovely place to end it. I know you've got places to be. It's been really, really good. Vicky, Simon, thank you so much. As always, Vicky, same as last year, it's brilliant.
Absolutely.
So, you've been watching rockplace.com here at Bloodstock. Subscribe to all the stuff, and the review will hopefully be up middle of the week. We'll tell you all about the stuff there.
I now realise the camera's there. Not
there's two cameras.
Oh, there's two cameras. Oh, hi.
Right, and I will give you back to Kirsten. Thank you.
Thanks,